girls mumble like mice to their friends seeking the right advice. Little do they know their drama is starting a show. Oh, I love him, they say. He makes me feel this way when he's just using her as a friend. Young ladies who think after 1 month they're ready, when they know their relationship status is unsteady. Sometimes I want to tell them that a man disrespecting you shows that he truly loves you. Open your eyes, young girls. Love isn't like an ice cream on a swirl. Now my story told today, it would be Now my story today would be told worldwide, why girls should no longer want to hide. You're probably thinking, who am I? But back then I used to be shy. I was one of those girls at age 13, but no girl can experience what I've seen. No one knew my story because my past was gory. I couldn't trust anyone because it was tragic, because my first time wasn't like magic. I thought he was a model of perfection, but I was blind to notice his big imperfections. How he held and kissed me was butterflies each time, but how he held me that night should have been a crime. What he used to say to me when I wasn't there was keen, but truly he was known to mislead. He told me he didn't care if I wanted to stay a virgin, but after time his lust kicked in. Sometimes how much he's romantically attached to me makes me want to cry. In that shelter, I screamed for him to get off, hoping help would pass by. Oops, got the wrong version. Sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. Turn away, young girls, and realize that you deserve better instead. Don't let your lust get confused with your feelings, because the consequences is what you'd be dealing with. My paralyzed body laid sore on the ground, when all of a sudden I heard the Lord's sound. Disciples walking by and saved me from my despair, and they looked at me with eyes full of care. The next morning I was brought to the church, and I realized this is the end of my search. I felt home and attached to the Lord because he is my shield and my sword. I could have died that night, but I knew God shined a special light. I used to live in a life and followed the narrow, but honestly, it was a path of glass arrows. I used to believe when a worldly guy told me that he loved me, but then I realized why in the Bible it says, do not be yoked with unbelievers. Young girls, don't follow my mistake because this story isn't a mistake. Just because your friends tell you about your actions that they're impure doesn't mean that you have to follow them. You should be the cure. Love isn't a word you can take advantage of because the person who loves you the most is the man above.